Welcome to the product pitch for Grammar's Wars. Grammar's Wars is an online role-playing game with Pokemon-like features. It focuses on English as a second language students, and our second iteration is available at grammarswars.com. So a little about me. I am a software engineer originally from Spain. I worked for 6 years at Riot Games, the studio behind League of Legends, arguably the best online game in the market. A year and a half ago, I left my job to start Erudis Games, the studio behind Grammar's Wars. So why? Why an English grammar game? First, grammar is important. It helps you to improve your critical thinking. It gives you access to a lot of media, from Wikipedia pages to great business books to even YouTube channels. Lastly, there are studies that correlates good English grammar with higher income. It can be very impactful. Currently, there are 1.75 billion English speakers in the world. 375 million of them are ESL students. On average, a student needs to dedicate 720 hours to reach basic fluency. Let's talk about the design pillars now. First off, I want the game to be competitive. This means to be challenging and multiplayer. Some games I got inspired from are League of Legends, Clash Royale, and Fortnite. I want the game to have progression. This means collectibles, campaign, and even a crafting system. Games I got inspired from are World of Warcraft, Puzzles and Dragons, and Pokemon. Finally, I want the game to be social. This means to be able to customize a profile and have a friendship system. Inspiration comes from Animal Crossing and Facebook. So it's no accident that I chose these design pillars. Per day, the average students will dedicate 180 minutes to social media, 150 minutes playing games, and only 145 minutes studying. Let's talk about the current features for Grammar's Wars. The first feature is a combat system, where the player can reduce the enemy health by answering quizzes. We feature dozens of questions, with many kinds of different aliens. There is a strategy factor. Your team of experiments deals with different kinds of damage. We call these attributes. You will deal more or less damage with a rock, paper, scissors systems. Finally, the player can activate different kinds of skills, like a healing skill or a damage skill. We provide just-in-time learning. This is other kind of a skill where the player will show a tutorial model that will help him with the theory. A campaign mode that features dozens of zones, hundreds of levels, and thousands of aliens. Rewards. At the end of every match, the player will receive a certain quantity of qubits that allows him to purchase new experiments, experience points to level up your team, and prestige points to rank against other players. A team system, where the player can collect a compatible team. This compatibility is driven by different types of experiments: good, evil, science, or machine type. Also, different attributes: gravity, electricity, and fuel. Evolutions. We provide a crafted system where you can evolve one of your experiments into a more powerful version of it. Ranking system, where top players will get rewards. These rewards rotates every day and every week to ensure that no one player will dominate these ranks. Let's talk now about the educational value of the game. Grammar compilation. We aim to have hundreds of categories with thousands of questions, making Grammar's Wars a lifelong companion. This is possible thanks to our state-of-the-art cloud computing system, where educators can simply change some Google Sheets to update or add questions live without any kind of download. Finally, an ELO rating system to pick up the difficulty. This works via a score for the player proficiency, a score for the question difficulty, and a matchmaking algorithm that will pick up the right question. Let's talk about the features in development. First off, we would like to implement a learning mode. This is a way to practice any kind of question selecting the difficulty, and teachers can use this to assign homework to their students. Next, we would like the ability to lend an experiment to a friend. We also want to implement a versus mode, where players will combat each other. An event system, where we showcase special levels with unique thematic questions. For example, I would love to do a collaboration with Hamilton, where we use the musical's lyrics as questions for the game. Finally, clubs, where high schools will be able to compete with each other. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this presentation until the end. I include a link with the sources, and also you can always contact me at johan@erudisgames.com. See you later!